What if I told you that one of the safest things you learn to do after turning 50 might actually be making you weaker? Most people at this stage of life believe they're doing everything right. They walk regularly. They avoid heavy or risky-looking exercises. They're careful with their joints. And at first glance, that sounds responsible. But there's a detail almost no one talks about. Research shows that a large percentage of chronic lower back pain cases in people over 50 are not related to aging itself or natural wear and tear, but to weakness or inactivity in the glute muscles. It's not your age. It's muscles that, little by little, have been left behind. And this doesn't stop at back pain. Falls remain one of the leading causes of hospitalization among older adults. And one of the factors most strongly associated with those falls isn't lack of attention or poor vision, but weakness in the hip muscles. Think about that for a moment. You can be careful every single day and still be training your body to fail right when you need it most. Let me be very clear about something. This is not about blame. It's not a criticism of doctors, physical therapists, or well-intentioned advice. Walking is good. Stretching is important. Being cautious makes sense. But what if all of that were just maintenance and not real protection? What if those routines, designed to keep you safe, were actually allowing the strongest muscles in your body to slowly switch off over the years? Here's another little-known fact. Adults with stronger glutes tend to maintain a more active metabolism even after 50. That means better blood sugar control, more daily energy, and an easier time managing weight without extreme workouts. And yet, glute training is often avoided. Many think it's only about appearance. Others believe it's dangerous. Some assume the time has already passed. But strength does not have an expiration date. If you're here right now, it's because staying independent matters to you. Standing up from a chair without pain. Walking with confidence. Living without calculating every movement out of fear of injury. This content was not created to scare you or push you beyond your limits. It exists to show you, based on science, with simple movements that respect your body, that building strength after 50 is not only possible, but essential. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 5 exercises carefully selected for bodies over 50. Movements used and recommended by specialists in rehabilitation, movement science, and healthy aging. And if this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Because strength at this stage of life isn't about looking younger. It's about continuing to be yourself. For decades, people over 50 have heard the same recommendation. Just walk. It's the safest exercise there is. And yes, walking is low impact, accessible, and gets the body moving. But here's the truth almost no one talks about. Walking alone is not enough. This movement activates only a limited portion of the glutes, leaving much of their muscular potential unused. As the years go by, we naturally lose muscle mass. And if all we do is walk, we maintain some movement, but we don't fight that silent loss. The hidden risk is clear. Weak glutes lead to less hip support. This increases stress on the knees and lower back. The result can be chronic pain, instability, and a higher risk of falls. And when pain shows up, the problem started long before. Now comes the shift in perspective. What if walking were just the foundation, the warm-up, and not the full training? What if a few specific exercises could reverse patterns of weakness that walking alone cannot fix? What you're about to see are essential movements focused on the glutes, designed to be safe, effective, and functional for real life. Instead of doing only what seems safe, what if you did what's smart? The first movement challenges something you use every day, often without realizing it. The ability to step up, support your own weight, and maintain balance on one leg. Stepping onto a platform may seem simple, but it reveals a lot about strength, stability, and fall risk. Climbing stairs, stepping onto curbs, or getting into a car aren't gym exercises. They're daily tests of your body. When done with intention, this movement wakes up dormant glutes, improves muscle control, and builds functional strength. The key is stepping up with control, using the front leg. No momentum. Another exercise, seemingly simple, trains an essential function many people lose without noticing: extending the hip without overloading the spine. Small, controlled movements help the brain activate the right muscle at the right time. When that doesn't happen, the lower back tries to compensate, and pain appears. With practice, this exercise improves posture, walking confidence, and overall stability. There's also a movement done lying down that looks too gentle to be effective, but it directly activates the muscles responsible for supporting the spine, protecting the hips, and allowing you to stand, walk, and lift objects without pain. When performed correctly, it teaches the body to use the glutes before the lower back, something that becomes critical with age. Another exercise can be done seated, with almost no visible movement. Even so, it targets the lateral hip muscles, which are crucial for balance. These muscles keep the pelvis stable with every step you take. When they're weak, the body starts to collapse to one side, overloading the knees and hips. Strengthening them dramatically reduces fall risk and increases walking confidence. And finally, there's a movement many people consider too advanced for older adults. But when properly adapted, it becomes one of the most complete exercises for glutes, hips, and knees. It trains strength, balance, coordination, and body control at the same time, exactly as real life does. Avoiding it out of fear may mean never preparing your body for real-world situations of imbalance. What you've just seen are not gym trends. They are fundamental exercises designed to help you move better, stand taller, and live with greater ease, regardless of age. You don't need perfection. You don't need heavy weights or complicated routines. And you definitely don't need to compete with anyone. After 50, the rules change. The body responds better to consistency than intensity, to precision rather than excess. You've spent years taking care of others, work, family, responsibilities. Now, your health is the investment that gives you more time, more energy, and more freedom in return. And it's not too late. Even at 50, 60, or 70, it's possible to regain muscle, improve movement patterns, and reduce pain, often faster than you'd imagine. Glute strength isn't about aesthetics or performance. It's independence. It's confidence. It's trusting your own body again. Whether you do all the exercises or just one, every repetition sends a message to your future. I'm taking care of you. There's no rush. There's only progress. If this content gave you a new perspective, consider showing your support and sharing your experience. Sometimes, a simple story is exactly what someone else needs to begin. And if you want more movement, more strength, and more autonomy, this is just the beginning. The next chapter of your life doesn't start in a doctor's office. It starts the moment you decide to move and trust what your body can still become.